I'm on a small boat heading to Aungmingalar Island. Going up the hill to visit pagoda and enjoy the sea view. I first visited Chaungtha nearly 30 years ago, when the beach had only just begun to develop. At that time, there was only one small government-owned bungalow hotel. I stayed there for one night. After all these years, Chaungtha has changed almost beyond recognition. Today, there are modern hotels, luxury resorts, and small guest houses all along the beach. I couldn't even recognize the place where that old bungalow hotel once stood. But the beach itself still has the same charm. The sea, the sand, and the peaceful beauty are still there, just as I remembered them. Chaungtha is also only about a 5-hour drive from Yangon, so it remains a convenient place for a short seaside escape. I have traveled to many different beaches over the years, so for me, one day at Chaungtha was enough. But when I started thinking about where to go next, a new idea came to me. While talking with some of the pagoda trustees at a small pagoda built on the rocks by the beach, I noticed an island in the distance. They told me about Aungmingalar Island. That was enough to make me curious. So, the next day, I decided to go and see it for myself. I traveled there alone. It was low tide, so I crossed the water in a small motorized boat. The journey took only a few minutes, and the fare was just 500 kyots. It was a very short boat ride, but for a solo traveler like me, even a small crossing can feel like part of the adventure. When I arrived on the island, I didn't need a guide. The golden pagoda on top of the hill was clearly visible from a distance, so I simply followed the beach toward it. I walked along the shore until I reached the foot of the hill. Then I slowly climbed the steps, taking my time, and at the top, I finally stood before the magnificent golden pagoda. I paid my respects and spent some quiet moments there. From the hilltop, I could look out across the wide open sea, and in the distance, I could see Chaungtha Beach. Standing there alone, looking over the sea, I felt that this little trip had been worth taking. At this stage of life, I don't need a busy itinerary or a long list of destinations. Sometimes, all I need is a road, a little curiosity, and a quiet place to explore. Traveling alone also has its own kind of freedom. I can go where I want, stop when I want, and simply enjoy the moment at my own pace. Aungmingalar Island was only a short trip from Chaungtha, but it gave me another beautiful memory to take home. For me, this was more than just a half-day trip. It was a quiet little adventure on my own by the sea. Chaungtha to Aungmingalar Island. A simple journey, a peaceful escape, and another memory made along the way.